Check, 1, 2, check.
Shit. Mario gave me this shirt, that's why I wore it. He gave it to me to fit his shoulders. And then Mario and I were both still in high school back in 1987. Terry helped me confirm that date. Thank you, Terry. He and his brother Paul were at a show in what was beautiful downtown Lawrence, Massachusetts. My friends and I had been jumping around like a bunch of idiots during the bands, and they wanted to know who we were and what we were doing there. We had some common friends there, but in a good way, they wanted to know, what are you doing in Lawrence, Mass? Going to see some bands that it seems like nobody really cares about.
Is that post-mortem?
Terry can tell us.
What was it, post-mortem?
Afterbirth.
Afterbirth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actress Rose play that?
Psycho.
Psycho?
Psycho, right.
Yeah. That was Fireman's Benefit, right?
Yeah, the Fireman's Relief Sin.
Yeah.
In Lawrence, Massachusetts. I think it was in July of 1987, if I'm not mistaken.
So I was 16 years old.
Yeah, pretty sure it was July, the middle of
So
July.
was Mario.
Yep.
Right? Well, we cared about those bands. We cared about getting out in the world to see and do something no one else was doing, and we loved it. He loved it. He and Paul and our friends. We were out to support friends and show them that we cared. We did the same thing together, hundreds of times over the course of our lives. Soon after that show, Mario joined up with me and some other friends in creating a fanzine called Look Again, in which we challenged others to rethink their assumptions, to give new music, new things a chance. Over the course of his life, Mario changed a lot of minds, including my own, by doing just that, by challenging people in a positive way, about music, about life, about politics, about finding common ground with other people that you might not know at all. As Pat said, Mario loved new things. He loved plenty of things that were old too. He loved so much of just history itself. He loved challenging composers like Schoenberg and Stockhausen. He also loved Voivod and Celtic Frost, and he really loved Barbara's Adagio. He loved traditions, and he also loved to see tradition challenged and updated. He would take something like a process, a recipe, a piece of music, or a painting method, and make it his own. Again and again, he was able to do this to create something brand new and inspiring. Mario truly loved things that other people made, which were new to him, and he sought them out. He made this face when he loved something, this little kid face. It made every brain in the room glow with his new discovery. He wanted to share everything he loved with everyone he met. He wanted to share what he had just made, what he knew, what he may have just learned, and what he was planning on doing to learn in the near future. He'd set his mind to something, and he would do it. If obstacles presented themselves, he'd find a way around or alter the plan. But he did things. He created constantly, all the way up until he physically could not do that anymore. Mario consistently worked hard to make sure that everyone around him was happy. If you needed him for anything, he was available. If he could physically be there to help, he would be there. If you needed something like, especially maybe a place to get some good food, really good home cooked food, with some exceptional company for a holiday because you might not have anywhere else to go. When you got there, Mario and Kathy and the whole family welcomed you in. Over the past few decades, I've traveled a lot with Mario. Countless trips to New York City with Only Living Witness, Sam Black Church, Robert Radar War, up to Maine, down the East Coast to DC, out to Ohio for Emissions from the Monolith Fest, to Belgium, the Netherlands, to Baltimore, with some of our closest friends, for Maryland Death Fest. Some of those faces are on that photo out there. The Photoshop shop, I should say. The first year we went together to Death Fest, we started the long weekend at a place called Alewife. It's called that because the proprietor had a sister restaurant, a sister bar in East Cambridge, which he couldn't use that name for obvious reasons, Alewife. But he was from Boston, and it was Mario's paradise. Dozens of arcane beer, whiskey, and meat options. We ordered extensively and sampled whatever they put in front of us, and we talked about each one with the bartender, the owner, and whoever else wanted to try them with us. This is a pretty standard operation right now. It soon became clear to the owner that A, Mario fucking ruled, and B, that we were from Boston. But that we'd be in Baltimore for a while. He didn't know us really at all, but he knew we'd be having a good time, and he wanted us to be safe. You know, Mario just brought that out of people. So he gave Mario his number, and he sincerely let us know that we could call him a stranger, even if it was from jail. Well, no, I don't have anything more salacious to tell you about it. Because Mario was also very careful and capable in any environment. He was able to use his situational awareness, his moral compass, his size, his strength, his smile, his laugh, and his general goodness to enjoy himself, to enjoy massive experiences with friends and strangers, and to stay out of any real trouble. He was committed to doing good in the world and committed to enjoying life, and he wasn't going to let anything get in the way of that. As with all of us in this room, I feel extraordinarily lucky to be able to call this powerful person my friend.